Bin Salman has issued a new set of orders and rules that have been published on the Ministry of Islamic Affairs website, designed to tone down and restrict Ramadan in Saudi Arabia as he continues with his push to drive Islam out of the public sphere. Firstly, the ban on the use of loudspeakers for mosques will not be lifted during Ramadan. The call to prayer remains restricted to 1/3 of the volume of the loudspeakers, and loudspeakers are banned entirely for Quranic recitation, even if worshippers struggle to hear the Imam from the back. Secondly, the broadcasting of Taraweeh, Ramadan prayers, is banned on all media platforms. The famous Masjid Quba, where the legendary Imam of Medina, Muhammad Ayyub, rahimahullah, was discovered, and other mosques, are all banned from broadcasting the recitation of the Imam and broadcasting prayers that are often watched in the hundreds of thousands by Muslims around the world. The holy mosques of Mecca and Medina are not expected to be included in this ban. Bin Salman seeks to avoid a backlash similar to last year when he tried to apply this ban to the two holy mosques. Thirdly, the new rules order that prayers should be shortened and the dua or supplications should be kept short. Fourthly, anyone looking to sit in the mosque in the last 10 days for i'tikaf must show ID. In other words, the state apparatus will intimidate worshippers by collecting information for surveillance, a tactic that Bin Ali used in Tunisia to discourage people from going to the mosques. The fifth rule is that mosques are banned from collecting donations from worshippers, whether that be to fund meals for those breaking their fast or for any other purposes. It's worth noting here that worshippers often donate during Ramadan towards meals on the basis of a saying of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whoever gives food for a fasting person to break his fast, he will have a reward like the one who fasted. The sixth rule is that worshippers are ordered not to bring their children to the mosques. And this rule is almost identical to that of Soviet satellite states that banned children from mosques in order to prevent Islamic influences on their nurturing and upbringing. The seventh rule is that mosques may not provide meals for fasting worshippers inside the mosque and cannot set up tents outside for communal meals at the time of breaking the fast. There are other rules, but Bin Salman's message is absolutely clear. In Saudi, Ramadan must be quiet. The Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has issued an order that has been published on the official website of the Saudi Ministry of Islamic Affairs that decrees that this year all media outlets will be banned from broadcasting prayers during the month of Ramadan. The official statement on the website of the Ministry of Islamic Affairs states that the cameras inside the mosque may not be used to broadcast the Imam and the worshippers, and that all media outlets, bishatta anwa'iha, in all forms, are forbidden from broadcasting prayers during the month of Ramadan. The statement that's published on the Ministry of Islamic Affairs of Saudi Arabia does not include any exemptions for the two holy mosques of Mecca and Medina, and this has raised confusion as to whether this ban will apply to the two holy mosques or not, and whether the Taraweeh that millions around the world watch every year during Ramadan and in the spirit of Ramadan will be able to watch a broadcast of the prayers that are led by very famous imams such as Sheikh Sudais, Al-Shurey, Mahir Ma'iqli and others. To understand this decision or this order by Mohammed bin Salman, however, it's important to look at it in the context in which it is taking place, in that it is part of this wider trend that is unfolding in Saudi Arabia under Mohammed bin Salman, a trend that has seen bin Salman seek to invite raunchy performers to the kingdom, such as the likes of Nicki Minaj, a trend that has seen bin Salman invite Mariah Carey and host her for concerts, a trend that has seen bin Salman introduce giant raves in the desert, inviting the likes of Pitbull, inviting the likes of David Guetta, a trend that has seen bin Salman introduce the first bikini beach in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, a trend that has seen bin Salman significantly reduce the hours that children spend in school studying Islamic studies, Quran, Arabic, in favor of subjects that he says are more closely associated with critical thinking and the aims of Vision 2030. A trend that has seen bin Salman ban the use of loudspeakers for Quranic recitation in mosques, and instead a decree that loudspeakers may only be used at 1/3 of their volume for the call to prayer. In other words, this decision by Mohammed bin Salman to ban the broadcast of the prayers during Ramadan is essentially a message on the part of bin Salman that the state will no longer be involved in promoting Islam, in promoting Ramadan, in promoting the spirit of Ramadan. And even if Mohammed bin Salman cedes to pressure and gives an exemption to the holy mosques of Mecca and Medina to broadcast prayers during Ramadan, then this would still be in line with the de-Islamization trend in Saudi Arabia, in that Mohammed bin Salman's message will be absolutely clear that Islam Islam should be confined to the two provinces of Mecca and Medina, and the state will no longer actively seek to promote Islam outside of these two provinces.